Hello class, welcome back to your online class. So before our second online test started, we were discussing about chapter 5, human body, the excretory system. In this chapter, we have already discussed about different excretory products produced in our body, what is the role of kidney in its removal, how urine formation takes place, right? Those were the major topic of this chapter. Now, as I told you, the function of the kidney is to remove the excretory waste from the body. Now, other than removing the excretory waste from the body, it also maintains the concentration of the blood. That means it maintains the amount of water and salt present in the blood, because maintaining these things are very much important for proper functioning of the body. So the process of maintaining water and minerals and different kind of salts in a blood is known as osmoregulation. So kidney is osmoregulatory in function also. Okay, so if our body, if the blood in our blood lacks the amount of water, then what happens is kidney absorbs back more amount of water through from the different parts, okay, different tubular parts. Okay, and if there is excess amount of water in our body, then it is removed from the kidney tubule in the form of urine. Okay, so the maintenance of this is very much important. Now, why is it important? Because as we know, if the amount of water is excess in the blood, then what will happen? There are different blood cells present, right? So your water from the blood portion will be entering those blood cells through by the process of osmosis, because water always moves from higher concentration towards the lower concentration. So it will be moving there, and then swelling of the cells will take place, and for the rupture might take place. Because of that, maintaining a perfect amount of water and minerals is very much important, and that is done by kidney with the help of a hormone also known as antidiuretic hormone. Okay, it helps in maintaining the water balance in the blood. Okay, and if the water present in the concentration of water in the blood is less, then what will happen? Water from inside the cell would come out into the outside periphery, and because of which shrinkage of the cell is going to take place. So in both the cases, your body will not be functioning properly. Because of that, maintaining the water balance, mineral balance is very much important, and that is also done by the kidney with the help of other endocrine glands like pituitary gland, which secretes hormone called antidiuretic hormone. It helps in maintaining the water balance. Okay, so that's all about osmoregulation. You just have to know what does it mean. Okay, no need to go in detail, you just have to know the proper meaning of osmoregulation. Now next we will be discussing about the disorder caused because of the improper functioning of the kidney. Now two disorders are caused, and which we are familiar with, are urinary tract infection, also abbreviated as UTI. Okay, now this urinary tract infection is caused because of the bacterial infecting the kidney, then ureter, then other parts. That's why they ask you to, before you pee in a public place, places which are visited by others also, you should flush the area first and then only urinate. Okay, so urinary tract infection is one of the it's a bacterial infection which leads to the improper functioning of the kidney. And what are the symptoms? Symptoms are, you will have a abdominal pain. Okay, you will have a severe abdominal pain, difficulty in urinating. Okay, so these are the symptoms of your urinary tract infection. frequent urination, frequent urge of urination, and sometimes there is while urinating of certain kind of pain, if you find it difficulty, and sometimes your urine becomes cloudy and there is a spot of a blood also present in the urine. Okay, so those are the symptoms of a urinary tract infection. A urinary tract infection which you generally move upwards from ureter to the kidney are generally very much harmful. It might even lead to a kidney failure. Okay, that's why you should the place where you urinate should be clean. Okay, so that you are not prone to bacterial infection. Now another important disorder is your kidney stone. You all have heard about kidney stone, right? Now what is kidney stone? Kidney stone means the minerals and the salts. Okay, what happens is they generally accumulate and take the shape of a stone in a kidney. Okay, and and generally if it is of a small size, automatically it might get removed through the ureter while you are urinating. Okay, it might automatically move to the ureter, then your urinary bladder, then urethra. Okay, and move out of your body. But sometimes if the size of a kidney stone is larger in size, it might block the ureter, and blockage might even lead to you not being able to urinate. And if you are not being able to urinate, what would happen? Excretory waste would be accumulated in your body, might leading to your kidney failure, then frequent fall in your health, and then it might even lead to death. Okay, so if in those cases, surgically also kidney stone is removed from your body. Okay, so that's all about this particular chapter. The most important ones are your structure, urine formation, those 4 steps of urine formation, your ultrafiltration, tubular reabsorption, tubular secretion and excretion. What happens in all those 4 steps? Structure of a nephron. It's very important, because if you don't understand the structure of nephron, it would be very difficult for you to understand the formation of urine. Okay, and after that, these 2 disorders, urinary tract this infection and kidney stones. Okay, and generally symptoms of these 2. During kidney stone, the major symptoms are your belly pain. You have a lower belly pain, severe lower belly pain. That's the major symptom of a kidney stone. Okay, so you will go through the symptom of both these. So that's all about this particular chapter. Now next we will be discussing about the question and answer related to this particular chapter.